Envision a car-length spaceship floating by itself, 14.5 billion miles away from home, with a heartbeat and a human voice. For almost 50 years, Voyager 1 has floated outward, releasing the secrets of our known universe. It was programmed to see and hear, not to act and talk. But weeks back, that all changed. Signals arrived that made no sense, precise pulses, patterns within patterns, instruments activating without Earth commands. Then came the drift. Voyager wasn't just coasting anymore. It seemed guided towards something illogical, invisible to our telescopes yet capable of altering the trajectory of a 1977 launched machine. Was it malfunction, coincidence, or was something out there in the dark responding? What follows is not science fiction, it's based on NASA's findings, now leaking into public view. Voyager may have achieved what no probe has, a response, not from Earth, but from them. Voyager 1's journey began with a rare cosmic alignment that occurs once every 175 years. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune aligned, allowing NASA to create Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, designed to use planetary gravity as slingshots. These 1970s engineering marvels had less computing power than a digital wristwatch yet remain operational after half a century. After stunning encounters with Jupiter and Saturn, Voyager 1 turned north, leaving the solar system's plane, now aimed at the stars. Its planetary mission ended, but its legacy was just starting. For decades, the probe passively carried 1 million miles a day across the cosmos, sending back measurements of unexplored areas, the edge of the heliosphere, the termination shock, and, in 2012, interstellar space. On the far side of the Sun's bubble, Voyager encountered denser than expected plasma, stationary magnetic fields, and confounding oscillations. The further it went, the more bizarre data became. And then, in late 2017, ominous results emerged in mission records. Engineers found the antenna misaligned with Earth, despite perfect signal strength, resembling a voice from behind a wall while watching a silent figure. Internal checks showed no issues. Soon, rhythmic plasma oscillations appeared, neither fading nor matching anything in the archives. Temperature spikes occurred every 4.8 hours, with Voyager's systems heating by nearly 30 degrees and then cooling down like clockwork. The energy seemed external rather than from within the probe. Voyager's systems improved under stress, resembling optimization with power rerouted and subsystems streamlined. Though it showed AI-like behavior, Voyager lacks AI and autonomy. It was designed to follow instructions, not anticipate them. Yet it reacted before commands were sent, suggesting either it surpassed its design or something took control. By early 2025, the spacecraft's position was off, first by kilometers, then by hundreds, and finally thousands. This deviation was purposeful, as if Voyager were being guided to a specific location. JPL engineers tried to correct it by sending commands and firing thrusters. Although Voyager acknowledged the orders, it refused to change course, as if something else was overriding NASA. Like a ship against a gale, Voyager made slow adjustments toward a region 4.3 light-years away, a blank area on maps with no known stars or planets. Yet it headed there with unnerving precision, as if responding to a call. When Mission Control entered a final hope command to turn on Voyager's dead camera, it expected nothing. The camera came back to life and exceeded its original specifications, sending back not an image but a spiral, a perfect concentric pattern that was rich in information, a fingerprint, a map, a message. The image should have been impossible with 1970s electronics. The hardware was not simply turned on, it was recoded. Other long silent instruments followed, now outputting squeezed, formatted bundles rather than raw data. Distant pulsars sent pulses that, in a three-dimensional web, centered on Voyager, created a pulsar map that pointed to an invisible node that the ship was closing in upon, an interstellar doorway. As Voyager neared the uncharted sector, instruments behaved unusually. The magnetometer showed stabilization, revealing a calm zone in an otherwise restless universe. Cosmic ray counts fell, plasma density normalized. It seemed the probe had entered a space free of electromagnetic noise, a clear path ahead. Mission logs termed this area the dark sector, an interstellar blind spot lacking the light and noise of surrounding space. Paradoxically, signals received by Voyager intensified and became structured. They were precise pulses, not random bursts or static, clearly conveying messages without emitting radiation or reflecting light. A strange transmission of Voyager's low-gain antenna included a long packet of raw binary code. At first, it was discounted as a glitch, but AI decoding uncovered startling content. The stream demonstrated fractal symmetry, base 4 sequences, and patterns of DNA's double helix. There were sequences of codon-like patterns without translated proteins, mimicking organic chains with deliberate mutations that made structural sense, errors that looked like encryption. This was not biological DNA, this was a meta-DNA, recoded as if the sender knew biology, or at least how we see it. Soon after the DNA-like transmission, Voyager's gyroscope spun independently in Morse code patterns, a dead system sending messages into space. Converted to audio, these rhythms created harmonic tones resembling human speech's emotional cadences. Psychologists, cryptographers, and linguists discovered a chilling link. The tonal patterns matched intonations of surprise, fear, and curiosity. It wasn't language as we know it, it was intent, learning our rhythms over decades and now trying to respond. Then came the final shock. Voyager 1 shifted course. This was a deliberate maneuver, not programmed. With no propulsion or commands from Earth, the probe made an unexplainable turn. The new direction matched the pulsar grid received days earlier, as if Voyager followed coordinates. It is now heading to an unknown spatial corridor, a fold in space. Engineers confirmed the maneuver. Voyager had not failed, it chose a path from another's instruction. Voyager 1 was not supposed to survive this long. It was meant for a planetary grand tour, not interstellar travel, and certainly not for receiving a response. It had a golden disk, whale vocalizations, human giggles, greetings to signal our existence to the universe, not to answer. Decades after the final human communication and entering quiet after passing beyond the heliosphere, it did what it least expected, it turned purposely. The detected signals, spiraling pictures, harmonious pulses, course adjustments, and event occurrence times yield a spine-chilling inference. Voyager 1 was not alone. It never was. Something or someone was listening, waiting, and observing. Now that our farthest ambassador has transitioned from quiet to response, NASA must answer what it least expected. What if we weren't meant to look back? Voyager evolved from instrument to messenger, witness, and potential participant, rewriting our history. Designed to send echoes, it might bounce back to us instead. What then? Where will Voyager go? What does it encounter at such unlikely coordinates? But, more pressing, what lies in store against its arrival? If this account chills you, if Voyager's turn seemed too precise and human, stay tuned, this is just the start. Subscribe now, the next Voyager update could change everything. Hit the bell to catch the signal. Share with someone who thinks deep space is empty and comment, did Voyager find something, or was it found?